Hi, my name is Jet Burton, and I'm dedicating this poem to my mom. Faith, purpose, and a strong social support system is what helped my mom, Amy Burton, overcome the fears in her life. Boom, boom, one after the other, over and over and over. She had lost 7 babies. Like Abraham Lincoln once said, I'm a success today because I had a friend who believed in me. She was like a rock, not going to be broken. My mom was like Abraham Lincoln, both losing things that they really wanted. She was a jawbreaker, and every time it happened, she had tears trickling and tumbling down her face. It felt like she had lost 1,000 babies. She knew she had a purpose, so she let other people help her, and she kept her faith. But whenever it happened, she never just called it a day. She never gave up. She kept going. Now my mom is a mother of 5 amazing children, and her desire to become a mom has come true. Mom, thank you for everything you showed me and teach me to do. I love you so much.
Hi, my name is Cassandra Carter, and I'm dedicating this poem to my dad. Faith, insightful, physical well-being. Those 3 attributes of resilience are few of many that describe my dad. Michael Carter faced many adversities that he went through the very long journey of training and trying to get into his chosen career. The journey was a roller coaster. This is his story of resilience. Since my dad was a child, he had always wanted to become a cop. It was as if the job was calling to him ever since he was little. Boom, boom. Was the sound his heart was making as he was running, jumping, lifting, training to get into the job that he wanted to get into. But all that training did not impress the job company. 1, 2, 3 is how many times he applied for a job as a cop, but none of them took him. It was like a wall was put right in front of his dreams of becoming a cop. But he did not give up. He kept training and training, training and trying to get tougher. As Harriet Tubman once said, every great dream begins with a dreamer. Remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars and change the world. And that is what he did. Once again, he applied for a job and got in. He was only 20 years old, still being young and not fully mature. He made a decision to quit that job for a protest that other people were doing. Once he was jobless, he told himself to stay strong. A few months later, he applied for another job in the Taney County Sheriff Department, and this time he got in, and he stayed in that job. He felt like he could fly. He was so proud of his progress and so happy he finally got into his dream job. Daddy, you are such an inspiration to me. You teach me to always follow my dreams and never give up. I love you so much, and thank you for everything.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Krabs, and I am dedicating this poem to Mr. Arnett. Faith, sense of humor, and flexible. These are the things that describe Mr. Arnett. He had moved like a fly, buzz, buzz, and even though he moved a lot, he had kept faith and dealt with it, day after day, night after night, year after year. He used some sense of humor to help him cope with all of the moving. And he was a majestic, magnificent mountain. He was strong. And then he became flexible. Flexible as a noodle. Because every time he moved, he had to go to another school with people he did not know. And he was strong. He was a brick. Mr. Arnett, I know what you have been through. So I understand you. And you inspired me. Even though I've been through this myself, you inspired me to keep going and to never give up. Like Nelson Mandela once said, a winner is a dreamer who never gave up.
Hi, my name is Abby Decker, and I am dedicating this poem to Tracy. Worried. Worried for your parents. What if they never come home from that party? Night after night after night. She has a bag with some clothes in it and everything she needs if she goes to her friend's house, spending more time at her friend's house more than her parents. The phone goes and tells her to talk to it. She needs to go to the hospital, finding out her dad has a broken hip. Tracy Bristow had to stay strong like God. Strong social support system, sense of humor, and problem solvers all describe her and what she went through. As Julia Roberts once said, if you love someone, say it right then, out loud. Otherwise, the moment has just passed by. The same night, she gets a call to go to the hospital in Joplin. Her sister-in-law has just gotten into a car crash. Mad, angry, every night, thinking continuously. Discovering her sister-in-law has passed. The sadness was a deep pit. 1, 2, 3 weeks she went through and something else had to happen. Finding out her dad had cancer all over his bones. He couldn't do anything to help. Despair, destruction, and destroying in his body. Life begins to improve, but crash. Her world explodes with the discovery that her mom now has cancer. Worry and fear in her eyes after all the chemo she went through. She recovered. Doing well on another problem again. Her mom has cancer. A few years later, figuring out that Tracy has to have surgery because of her mom's cancer. She recovered from that cancer. 1, 2, 3 years are going good. She needs to have another surgery because of her mom's breast cancer. She had to stay strong because she loved her parents even though her parents were mean to her. Thank you, Tracy. You have inspired me to love and care about my family. I am lucky that I have parents who care about me. You have told me to savor them and love them because you don't know when they're going to be gone.
My name is Eric Fuentes, and I'm dedicating this poem to my grandma. Faith, survivor, acceptance. The attributes of resilience my grandma used to overcome the hard hit in her life that could have knocked her down. My grandma was strong, though, and overcame her adversity quickly. Sonia Fuentes heard the words colon cancer. She was sad, distraught, devastated. I remember receiving the news on that bright sunny day. It was like a cloudy thunderstorm beating up the shiny sun. Bang, bang, bang. I couldn't believe it. I wouldn't believe it, but I had to believe it. It was so frustrating. That bright sunny day just turned into a rainy thunderstorm. My grandma every night and day would wake up thinking, wow, this might be the last day I live. However, she showed faith every day. My grandma knew cancer would hit her hard, but most of all, she was a survivor. Cancer couldn't control her care and compassion for others. My grandma still dealt with a lot of pain. I once went into the room, and her face was the color of white. As Malcolm X once said, there's no better than adversity. Every defeat, every heartbreak, every loss contains its own seed, its own lesson on how to improve your performance the next time. My grandma, over the course of 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4, 5, 6 months, she got better. This is where her strength started showing. She recovered quickly and faster than anyone expected. Mama, I thank you for showing strength and to never give up. You show that you love me even in the toughest of times. You have taught me that even when the sun is down, you could bring it back up. I love you, and I thank you for the love and compassion you show while this tough time. Thank you.
Hi, my name is John Gillen, and I am dedicating this poem to my mom. Death. Rebecca Gillen was declared medically dead 3 times. A normal day except the dog had disappeared. A frantic family searching for the runway. And then, thump. Her bone was sticking out of her skin like a tree growing through a rock. Her family jumped in the car and went to Fort Leonard Wood. They were cheetahs. When only 5 feet away from the front gate, a drunk soldier came out and crashed. He T-boned the right corner of their car, throwing my mom forward with her seat. Now she was losing rivers of blood, all rushing out of her leg. The medics came, treating her 2 brothers, her sister, her mom, and her dad. 1, 2, 3, thinking she was dead. Her words began flowing to the medics. At the hospital, the surgeons worked. She wasn't able to see her mother for 1 or 2, 3 or 4, or even 5 months. Her family were stationed around the country, alone. My mom felt alone. She was told that the accident was her fault, and that it was her fault that her family almost died. My mom relied on a strong social support system. Support gave my mom a push towards success. After the accident, while she was in the hospital, she wrote letters to her aunt. They would exchange letters day after day, week after week. Survivor. Rebecca Gillen saw herself as a survivor, not a victim. My mom was told by the doctor that she wouldn't ever be able to ever walk again. 2 months after she was released by the hospital, she started to run. As Abraham Lincoln says, "I am a slow walker, but I never walk back." Acceptance. Rebecca Gillen shows acceptance every day by understanding that there are bumps in the road and helps others to get over the bumps, the hills, and even the mountains, no matter what. She fights through and helps me and more to keep going. Rebecca rode the road over the hill. Mom, thank you for everything. You've shown me that anything is possible and it's good to have friends. Mom, you've told me that even when you have a problem, you can come up or you can stay down.
My name is Andrew Griffin, and I am dedicating this poem to my dad. Drugs. Drugs are like a bear trap waiting to snap. Day after day, month after month, year after year, David Griffin had to survive his parents' drug addictions. The death of the world, feeling like the weary weight of the world was on his shoulders. He felt like the world was going to collapse until the age of 30. The drugs woke up with a mighty roar and killed his father. He was collapsing in his bed with sadness. Faith, optimistic, survivor. Faith. David used faith to push through. He used his faith through God. God was there for him in the hard times. Day after day, God was there. As Willie Nelson once said, once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you'll start having positive results. Optimistic. David always looked at the bright side of things. He was good, he was bright. Survivor. David was seeing himself as a survivor. He saw himself as an overcomer. Dad, you are my hero and you will always be my hero. I will always love you.
My name is Harnor Kalon, and I dedicate this poem to my sister, Gerline Kalon. Insightful, strong social support system, and a problem solver are all attributes that Gerline Kalon used to show resilience. Gerline had to move from India to the United States at the age of 6. She woke up to a screech sound of the airplane brakes and looked outside to see San Francisco for the first time. Everything was different now. New country, new school, new friends. Growing up was hard, and she had a million challenges, but Gerline never gave up and always thought she could overcome the problem. She was a problem solver. She never gave up, not even a little bit, not even at all. My sister is a fighter, fighting fiercely for her dreams. She had problems to face, such as learning a new language and adjusting to a new community. It was difficult to learn a new language. Learning a new language was like trying to mix different foods that don't go well together. But Gerline wanted to overcome the adversity, so she overcame the problems in a creative way. She made new friends, worked closer with teachers, read lots of books, and practiced her writing skills. Like Duke Ellington said, a problem is a chance for you to do your very best. Gerline had a strong social support system. She shared everything she did from school with her parents, asked for help if she needed it from friends and teachers, and had lots of support and would communicate well with others. All the support that Gerline got gave her one extra push to keep on persevering. She was able to graduate high school at 17 years old, finished her bachelor's